This is Brooke Hartnett here, business broker in Massachusetts. I wanted to talk a little bit today about why using a business broker in general, why it's important, in the process of first evaluating your business and then really second selling your business. So the first question I usually get from a lot of folks who are looking to sell their business is, really the in general piece of where do I even start? Maybe you don't even know what it's worth, kind of being the first major question. And the second kind of getting into like, where do I find the people who are going to look to buy my business? Where are the buyers? So, starting off with valuing your business is really the first thing that business brokers will go into with someone who's looking to sell their business. It's the first thing I do. I want to make it super easy for folks. We want to, fully understand them and their goals, and their business, because that's an important part of this also is, I guess work as a broker representing the sellers. So understanding, what the sellers are like, what their goal is. Are they looking to retire? Are they looking to move out of the state? Are they looking to sell the business and work in the business? There's so many different things to consider here when we're first starting to talk to somebody. It's not really as simple as I just want to sell my business, because there's a little bit more there usually. So for us, understanding what the motivation is for selling is, not only important for us, as we're talking to buyers about it, but also in just our relationship with sellers in general. We want to, create a trusted relationship where, we, enjoy working together and we have your, I guess, if you're a seller watching this, best interest in mind as we're moving through this process. So that's really, in my mind, where the process starts with folks, is looking to understand them a little bit more, what their goals are, what their timeline is. And then as we kind of get into the numbers a little bit, do you have a goal number in mind? Is something we always like to take into account also. So as we're going through and we're doing our, actual analysis of the business, we're going to start to look at, how the operations of the business work, and then how some of the numbers of the business work with, what we're seeing actually on paper from the business, but also making sure we have appropriate market comparisons to that, norms, rules of thumb, different multiples. We're going to look at the lendability of the business. So that really is where the conversation starts with folks of, helping them understand the value of their business, and really what a business broker, is doing with folks in the early parts of the conversation. Kind of taking us past that. So, assuming we get to a number that the seller feels good with, that we feel, we can talk to buyers around and have some confidence in the numbers that we're presenting and the deal that we're looking for. Working with a broker, especially, as we kind of get into the actual buying process, gives the seller a ton more flexibility and time, to continue to run their business, be with their family, do everything else that they have to do while they're selling their business, because talking to buyers during the transaction process is super time consuming. I work with a big team, and we have some other members of our office that make this process easier for us, but we bear a lot of the brunt of talking to the buyers, answering a lot of the, call them tire kicker questions, making sure that they're getting back to, responded to promptly. They're getting all the information that they need. So if you weren't using a broker as a seller, you'd have to do that all yourself. On a lot of businesses, we get dozens and dozens of inquiries every single day. We're answering a lot of the same questions for folks. What we do for sellers is we prepare the businesses that we're working with, and sellers, we prepare a very professional business packet for the business that we're working with that shows not only the business numbers kind of, recasted over and normalized, off of your original documents. Like, we don't share any of that with buyers. So all of that is shown, and then just more of the high level descriptions of the business on how they work. So it'll talk a little bit about, maybe the history of the business, maybe some stuff about your lease or property if you own that. A little bit about the employees in your team, and maybe who your customers are, and the different lines of income and revenue you have coming in. So that's all stuff that we want to be able to show to buyers right away. And as business brokers, we prepare that. We make sure that buyers get all the necessary information right up front so they can make a quick decision of, yes, I want to do this, or no, I don't. So we're using our time effectively as we talk to buyers, because we only, as brokers, also only want to talk to the most qualified buyers in this process. And if you weren't using a broker, you would really have no way to be able to figure that out, and you probably wouldn't be able to put together the type of packet that we do. So kind of on the same topic as buyers, our office here in Massachusetts at Transworld, we're probably one of the largest offices in the state. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of buyers in our system, and for all different types of industries. So the type of buyers we have access to, and the reach we have in our marketing and outreach is unparalleled. Like, I own gyms, and I bought my gym and then sold my gym. I don't even know how you would find buyers on your own. I don't know how you would even create the type of reach that we have. So another thing that your brokers are doing, are they're giving you reach with different types of buyers. If you have larger businesses, let's call it into the upper millions or so of revenue and earnings. You want to make sure you're talking to the right buyers on that, because everyone's interested in the business that does well. It's just not everyone's actually interested to be able to buy it. So, for those types of businesses, we have, I always joke, like, our little black book of buyers who are really qualified and interested in those types of businesses. So those are folks we're able to reach out to also. Taking this a step further, as we actually get into the deal and we start to get offers, As a broker, we're really there with you throughout the entire process to make sure the sale goes smoothly. So, as we start to get offers coming in, we're going to start to, talk to you a little bit about the offers. If we need to speak to an attorney, we have great local attorney connections so we can connect you to. And they'll help you evaluate your offer accordingly, make sure that we're countering the right way and getting you the most money. So taking, again, a step further down the line after we get our offers signed, as a broker, once we're in due diligence, similar to a home or a property purchase, you ever bought that? Business due diligence is way more complicated. There's a lot of paperwork that goes through the buyer's request because businesses are complicated. There's all sorts of different forms and licenses and certifications that buyers look to see. So in the due diligence process, we do all of that for you, really. We try to make that process as streamlined as possible, as organized as possible, that we're getting back to the buyers in as timely manner as possible. Because again, if you're doing this without a broker, you would have to do all of that yourself, which is a lot of work on top of running your business, running your life, and having your family. So we make that process way easier for you. Coordinating with lending, coordinating with attorneys, all the stuff that we actually do in the deal is paramount to keeping the deal on track. So we put together the purchase and sale or stock agreements. That's the actual legal paperwork you're going to use to get your business sold. It's a lot of coordination back and forth. It's making sure that everybody's connected, everybody's informed, everybody's still feeling good throughout the deal, and there's nothing lost in communication as the attorneys start to go back on different edits to make sure that the paperwork is finalized and everybody's really protected. So quick summary, as a business broker, we're there during the entire process for you. It's everything from setting your value of your business, putting together a business packet that we're going to hand to buyers, actually finding the buyers, helping with offers, taking you into due diligence, attorney communication, lender communication, and making sure everybody's informed throughout the deal to keep it on time. So if you are looking to sell your business in Massachusetts, I'm happy to talk to you. Our office holds probably the largest number of listings in the state. And we probably do the largest number of deal flow in the state. So we're very busy, always happy to talk, no strings attached. If you're not in this market, still happy to talk to you. I would suggest, talking to a business broker in general is always great. Well, thanks so much. You gotta fly.